Welcome, everyone, to Storm's Eclectic Realm. We have an amazing show planned for you tonight. I am Storm Winter, your host. I'm by myself because the girls are all gallivanting all and about, which makes me extremely excited but also scared because who knows what they're going to bring home. But excited. Woo! So tonight we have a movie called It's Just a Game. And it's very, I don't want to say too much about it right now, but I do want to introduce two very special guests we have here tonight. The producers of It's Just a Game. Azrael, James Azrael, come on in. Ernesto Avina. Two producers, thank you. Hello. Welcome, James.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Ernesto.
Thank you for having us.
Have a seat. It is so nice to meet you, Ernesto. I know James. Very awesome guy. Known him personally, let alone, the movie and everything you guys do. I found out so much more about James, and I have questions. He has no idea.
I'm excited.
Yes, very much so, as am I. So how you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
Very well.
Yeah?
It was a scary trip out here.
Scary?
You didn't warn us about the ambiance of the castle outer.
Yeah, I can't tell you about the moat and what's all in the moat, and I can't.
It was an adventure.
That's right. Always is. That's the fun of it all, too. So, awesome. So, I got quite a few questions here for you guys. I'm excited. I didn't know so many different things about James. I'm very excited to meet you as well, like I said. And, wow, so let's start with how old are you guys? Aha.
We gotta do 44.
Map it out, right?
Math it out.
Young one. He's young.
And I'm old enough not to tell my real age.
Ah, fair enough. Nobody needs to know Storm's real age either. So what got you guys started in the movie industry?
I've loved movies since I was a kid. My original career path was to go to University of Southern California, Star Wars. So I just needed to study at the Lucas building and become a director.
Yes.
I met with the school and everything back in high school and found out that the senior project at that time, just the senior project alone was $100,000.
Oh wow.
So I switched.
That's just
career
the
choices.
senior, like
yeah,
you said,
that was just
not
the project.
furthering.
That
right.
was just the project, not tuition. Not tuition.
Yeah.
It was just the project.
Yeah.
And for sure. So I mean, and movies.
And how old
cost,
were you at
That was
time?
high school.
High school. So high school, yeah, trying to find that kind of money, especially.
Yeah. So
Wow.
I pivoted and went to radio, where I could still do things. But, yeah.
Radio, another thing I found out, which James has not told me, music. He does music. You're in a band. You've been doing music for how many years?
Yeah. Well, that started just out of high school as well. We kind of stopped in 2009
Okay.
or so. We never broke up, but we stopped. It was our drummer had passed.
Oh, okay.
So
sorry to hear
yeah.
that.
But,
Okay, I didn't see that about it.
It's,
And
it's okay. It's been
right.
It's been a while, but it was just things happening after another, and we just kind of stopped. But I continued to do a little scoring and whatnot. So
yeah, and what is the name with your music? Isn't it
Court Jester?
Colchester?
Court
Chester. That's another cool name for music for Abby's Rock Report. I think they need to get it going again. Yeah, so was it original music too?
All original, yeah. I mean,
nice.
we do a few covers live here and there, but yeah, it was all original.
Rock?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
still out
yeah.
there, so I'm going to have to definitely check it out. I haven't had the time yet, but I am definitely going to check that out.
I know it's on CD Baby, iTunes, YouTube.
Excellent.
And I hear some of the streamers have it, but that's not a story we want to get into. 'Cause
Yeah, I know. I see certain things too. I'm like, You guys, yeah. Mm-mm.
Lawsuits wouldn't happen.
Right? Yep, keep it PG here. Trying.
Yeah.
So, do you do music or anything too?
So, I did sing backup vocals for 2 tracks on Dee Snider's album, We Are the Ones.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was heavily auto-tuned, and but I produced a music video that his son Cody filmed for the song So What, which was shot on location at Standing Rock, North Dakota.
Okay.
And it's kind of a rockumentary music video.
Okay.
So yeah.
Wow. So Dee Snider, I mean, he seems like such a genuine man.
Dee is
Very
amazing.
down to earth, very
Absolutely.
genuine, very whatever he puts his mind to, or just anything helps people, whatever it is.
Hardest working man in the music business.
Yeah, and there's a lot we can say, that are, but yeah, that is so amazing that you got to meet him and
Oh, yeah.
hang with him and sing with him. Like, wow, that is so cool.
Yep.
I love it.
Dee's a great guy. His wife is amazing as well. She's been with him from the beginning and has always done whatever she could to help him as far as creating wardrobe back in the early days with Twisted Sister.
Oh, yeah.
To, nowadays she travels with him always, and
Aw.
just a great, great couple.
Yes, and you don't hear about that a lot in Hollywood or,
Yeah.
Anybody, well, not even just Hollywood, to be real, but that is so amazing.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. That is so great for him. So, as far as, how old were you guys when you watched your first scary movie? Do you have any?
Yeah, I mean, I was whatever early ages, when you see like the Universal Monster movies and stuff on TV
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot. I've got one of my earliest memories of horror was I was flipping channels,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
It was a Sunday afternoon. It was from the Chicago area, so it was, I think it was WGBO, Channel 66, Sunday matinee horror movies or something was on. And I was just flipping the channels, and it stopped on these heads. They were buried in the dirt, and that like scared the piss out of me, and I switched channels. But I came back like 15 minutes later or something, and there's a dude wearing a pig's head with a chainsaw. So the movie was Motel Hell.
You know what?
Yeah.
I love that movie. I have it. But I think I just bought it. It's actually still in its packaging over there.
Nice, it's fantastic. Like it was probably 10 years later that I actually saw the movie and went, "Holy, this is
That's what it was.
the
Whoa.
movie!" Yeah.
I'm not eating sausage no more.
But Nightmare on Elm Street 4 was my main one. That
Yeah.
the year that came out, fourth grade, I dressed up as the VHS box.
Ah, nice.
Back in the days that schools weren't concerned about certain things, so
Yeah.
my parents went to spring for the plastic Freddy glove at the pharmacy, the drugstore, and so my mom gave me an old gardening glove that she had, and we stuck butter knives, and that's what I wore to school.
And that's when the best costumes were, right?
Yeah.
And right?
Yeah.
Where we all made our costumes back in the day, rather than just going to a store and buying all these costumes that are already done, and then you see somebody else wearing it, and then the next person's wearing it, and that person's wearing it. Authentic.
Yeah.
How cool
Yeah,
is that?
yeah.
Wow.
So that's my release.
Cool
Love to see a
mom.
picture of that.
Wow.
Yeah, I'd love to see a picture. I could put it up like right here.
I've been looking for them. They're there. It's on slide.
Yeah.
So, but my parents never labeled anything. So there's a closet of thousands and thousands of slides. I've been trying to find it.
Yeah. Well, when you do, send it our way. Or send it his way.
I have the
He'll-
posters
Ernest
still.
will send it. Ernest. Ernest, would you rather me call you rather than Ernesto? Or
Scared stupid.
Ernesto, Ernie.
okay.
Ernie's fine.
Yeah. So, same with you. How old were you?
So I was a preteen, I don't know, 11, 12, and I walked over to a local movie theater. I asked permission to see a movie. Went by myself. The owner of this theater was probably 85 years old.
Oh,
He
wow.
sold me to a ticket to a rated R movie. I didn't know what I was in store for, but the movie was called Pieces.
Okay.
And I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but
Can't remember. I know the name. I know I've seen it.
Exploitation, splatter, gore.
Okay.
You know, serial killer on the loose in a college campus, kills girls, cuts them into pieces, and then sews a body together.
Oh, nice. All the gore and blood and guts
So,
we like.
Yeah, my jaw was dropped the entire time, and that was my first foray into the horror movie.
By yourself.
By myself.
Let alone going, for your first horror flick.
Yeah.
Wow. So since then you were hooked?
I'd have to think that that had something to do with how my life turned out.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, kind of all of us, we were all young when we got into it, and then here we are. How fabulous. So as of right now, I'm going to let you guys get into starting this movie. We shall be back into the movie. Welcome back to Storm's Eclectic Realm. We are here with James and Ernesto or Ernie. He doesn't mind which one we would call him, so that's great.
My frenemies call me Ernie. So.
Oh, okay. So the frenemies. Which one am I?
Yet to be determined.
Yeah, I guess to be determined later. Or to be continued at the end of this show. Maybe with another trilogy. Oh, yeah. Never know, because different movies you guys have. Could start a trilogy with you guys. I'm on a trilogy. Yeah, I'm on a trilogy kick for some reason. So, I don't know. Just something fun, something to do, right?
I mean, we have a script ready for It's Just a Games 2. We just need to get it funded.
Yeah, funding's the...
Yeah. Funding's the...
That was the question I was going
PG, right?
to ask you guys. Right. How many movies do you have out? How many do you have something else in the works?
Well, under Deader Entertainment, with my my partner, Danielle Emery Taylor, who wrote and directed It's Just a Game.
Mm-hmm.
You guys might remember him as the little red-headed kid from Return of Swamp Thing. Can you hand me those?
I'd have to see a
there?
picture.
Yeah.
Refresh my
I'll show you a picture.
malted mind. Oh! Like you did that, didn't you?
Well, no, actually, he did that. So these
too
are his actual headshots from back then.
Oh,
When
nice.
he was a little kid. But in It's Just a Game, when so he plays Brother Thaddeus, the head of the cult, and Brother Thaddeus's character is a has-been child star, if you will.
So he was Brother Thaddeus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And one of his inspiration for how he portrayed Brother Thaddeus is the King Tut from the 1966 Batman series.
Okay.
Just an over-exaggerated
Yes.
actor type thing, and that's
With the pow,
yeah.
bang.
So that we call it the theater cult, and that's why it takes place in a theater. And he's always, every scene you see him in, his wardrobe and appearance and everything changes. He's just obsessed with everything. So these are as he's getting ready in the scene, you'll see these on the mirror. So these are the actual props from that scene, and
That's so cool.
being his original headshots. But yeah, so that's Daniel.
Yeah, and I just found out too, which I cannot wait to talk to James about this, which maybe this is what we can talk about now, your props.
Yeah.
I just seen, he's got so many props. He gets props from from movies you get props from. I seen you with a picture of one of the critters.
Yep.
Yeah, you got a critter?
Got a few pieces of critters. There was a critter one of my other curators had. That's gone now, but we've got a cried egg and some other little pieces. But yeah, so after the music and everything, I'm a collector too. That's
Love it.
just collect everything. And
Yes.
I started collecting movie props, and that's how Ernie and I met as well.
Through props.
You
The
collect
mutual-
props as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow,
So-
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, so tell us
So-
about some of the props you guys have.
Around 2015, I started the HSPPA, which is the Horror and Sci-Fi Prop Preservation Association.
Okay.
And
I was going to, thank you, because
Yeah.
I was going to ask you what that standed
Yeah.
for. Okay.
yeah, so we're a nonprofit, and we travel around to conventions, to theaters, to things, and do
You both
displays.
do.
Yeah. I'm joining
Awesome.
them,
Ernie
yeah.
became part of HSPPA with me, and And that's actually how I met Daniel as well. I had obtained Swamp Thing's legs and feet from Return of Swamp Thing, and I did a show with Daniel, and we connected, and we started working together and doing things. But yeah, so the movie props, I had a huge collection, and there was a company that came to my house to install a new cable system, and they were at my house for like 7 hours.
Oh, wow.
And they kept calling techs to come to my house, and it was because I was giving them tours.
I had a funny
I was
feeling.
going on, yeah.
I get that kind of too. Mine's probably not, and my house is nothing like yours, I'm sure, but.
So I decided this stuff needs to be not behind closed doors. It has to be presented to the public, to the fans, the people that like it, as much as we, the collectors, do. So I started HSPPA doing conventions, and it blossomed from just my stuff to there's about 30 other collectors around the country that bring stuff out to different shows. And then Ernesto is one of my main curators that comes out and does these things with me. And so we all just kind of do all these things together, and we just keep going. So movies was, the next thing. And with iJag, if you notice in the opening credits, it says, after Dead or Entertainment, it says the HSPPA.
Yes.
On there, and that's because we provided the props.
Okay.
And some of them being from other movies that we just repurposed. Like the crowbar was used in a TV show. I can't remember, but this shotgun that I use in the movie.
Which he was in the movie. He was one of the brothers.
Brother Julius.
Yes, Brother Julius.
So this was an unused rubber shotgun.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't have even thought that by looking at that. I thought it was real. I'm like, oh, he's bringing a gun in. All right, cool. I got some too.
It's funny. Nobody questions things like that, but yeah, it's totally rubber. So it was just a blank rubber shotgun.
Wow, that's amazing what
used.
they can do with rubber.
Well,
that's crazy.
And Brad Zonka, who's also part of HSV, does my preservation work on the props and stuff. So he did up the props that we used in the movie to make them look realistic, to paint them up, all the Skullgirl's knives and her mask.
Yeah.
And things.
The skull?
Yeah, so we brought Skullgirl's mask.
Brought Skullgirl's mask. Oh yeah, put that texture on it. Nice. Oh, that's heavy.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was hard keeping it on. I was Skullgirl's wrangler on the show.
Yeah.
I always joked about that, but I was the Skullgirl whisperer.
Speaking of Skullgirl's knives, why don't you tell the story of where one of the knives ended up?
I can't remember the name of the movie. It was Fred Durst's.
Oh, from your movie?
One of the props from our movie.
Okay.
So, Fred Durst, the Fan? Is that what it's called? Fred Durst.
Yes. Seems super cool. I never met him. Okay.
So, Fred Durst decided he can make movies, and and he made this movie. I think it's called The Fan. John Travolta, guy that's obsessed with movies and stuff. I think they were trying to make him autistic or something.
Okay.
And he
I haven't heard of that.
Gets caught up into the situation
a lot of people didn't
stalking.
Hear.
It has put good potential, but Fred Durst, he should have maybe done a couple other things before doing a
before
full,
jumping
full
into
feature.
something
with Travolta and
Okay.
everything.
something like a big
wasn't
production.
bad. Yeah.
Something littler.
It wasn't bad though. But anyway, so there's
Sounds like you enjoyed it, James. Yeah.
There's a collectible shop in the movie, and Travolta's character is a collector, and he's trying to get these items from this character's movie that he likes that the shop has. So they needed stuff in the thing, and Leah Hudspeth, who plays Sister Amelia in It's Just a Game, had gotten work as the prop master for that movie. So after the movie, I presented Rachel played Skullgirl with one of her knives that she used, one of the resin stunt knives, and the little display case and stuff. So that is in the fan on the shelf in
In the
collectible
scene
shop.
with John Travolta.
So if you
Okay.
pause it, you'll see the
Nice.
acrylic display case, Skullgirl's knife, and the little plaque that says it's just a game.
Oh, wow.
Skullgirl's knife.
Oh, that's cool. So
Yeah.
that's on that movie, though.
That's in that movie, The Fan.
Okay, The Fan.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll have to text me the movie, because
Okay.
I'll probably forget, sorry. Yeah, it's my age, sorry, it's not all there, I guess.
Just
Wow.
like a Fred Durst. Fred
Yeah.
Durst movie.
Fred Durst. All right.
So, yeah.
Well,
So there's
I
that.
didn't even know he had a movie out.
Yeah, well.
Thanks for the
I guess
knowledge.
A lot of people.
So you have something over there, too. Oh,
Well,
we're
this
still...
is-
Oh. Look at this thing, I want it.
So this is one of the pig masks.
Oh,
from-
wow.
From the cult members in the movie.
Check this out.
These were made by Brian Holm, who had studied or worked with
I know.
KNBFX.
I'm just gonna knock stuff down. I don't care. I break stuff all the time. It's all good. Go on.
And so yeah, Brian Holm made these for us for the
Oh, is
movie,
that cool?
and they're just characters, cult characters in the film.
Check that
Now,
out.
do you think your affinity for the movie Motel Hell had something to do with?
Oh yeah.
Well, no, actually, this comes in. This isn't.
This isn't from Motel Hell.
No.
No, this isn't the one that Bamberg wore. But Daniel Bamberg, who was our sound guy, he plays one of the pig cultists. He was wearing the pink jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
So Daniel Bamberg, there's a lot of Daniels involved in this. That's why I just call him
think this is
Bamberg.
real.
I know, right?
The way it
So-
feels and looks.
So
Okay.
Bamberg is a longtime friend of Daniel and Taylor.
Okay.
And Bamberg has this issue with pigs. So Daniel thought it would be hilarious if Bamberg had to wear a pig mask in the movie.
Because he has a problem.
'Cause there's a
Therefore.
problem with it. So therefore we have two people wearing pig masks in the movie.
That's fun,
Yeah.
you know? I mean,
Yeah.
you gotta give people their own chills as well, you know? I get it, absolutely. This is so cool. So, who made this one?
Brian Holm.
He made this too?
Yeah, Brian Holm made the two pig masks.
Wow, is he amazing? I really thought at first this was real. That's really cool. Thank you.
Tastes like
Can I
pig.
have it? I'm just kidding.
You can borrow it.
Right? Very neat.
These are my favorite props
Do I want to touch
from
them?
It's Just a Game.
Okay.
So,
From
You
It's
don't-
Just a Game. Now,
You
what do I
probably don't
remember
wanna
with the
brush your teeth.
toothbrushes?
so these are what we call hero and stunt. Hero pieces would be used for the close-up shots,
Okay.
and stunt would be the active. So we're
One has like blood or something
well,
on
they
it.
both do.
Okay.
Kind of. So Sister Amelia
Mm-hmm.
stabs, and I can't think of her name right now. She stabs the girl in the neck.
Oh, when Sister... Yeah.
She uses it as a shank.
Right. So we're on set, and we realize that we don't have a weapon for her.
Mm-hmm.
So we send a PA to.
When
Walgreens.
when she was trying to get out of the closet, are you talking about, or when she tried to leave, the one that they had captured?
No, when she's making out with
Oh,
the girl.
yeah.
I can't think of her name. The other character. This is.
You're not talking about Jade, her sister. Yeah, Jade.
Yeah. So
Sister.
Sister
Oh,
Amelia.
she is adorable.
Sister
Yeah.
Amelia is making out with Jade. She gets
Mm-hmm.
into the house and everything, and they start talking. Then she's making out with her, and she pulls out her shank and stabs her in the throat.
Yeah.
So we realized that we didn't have the weapon on set, so we sent a PA to Walgreens to go get a toothbrush, and Daniel looks at me and goes, "You know how to make a shank, don't you?" I'm like,
Wow.
"Hell, man!"
Yeah, you
So
just
at 10
light
o'clock
it
at
up
night.
and she...
Well, that's what I did. At 10
Is
o'clock
it?
at night,
That's thinking on the
I'm
fly.
outside of a house in Alabama on the sidewalk, scraping a point into into this knife. So the reason we have two, this is the hero one that we see the close-ups and stuff.
Okay.
The reason we have two, this one isn't seen in the movie. There's some additional scenes after it happens where Sister Amelia is because she's psycho.
Right.
She's playing with the blood. So after stabbing her, you know, she's like gargling the blood and she starts brushing her teeth with the blood.
Yeah.
And Leah refused to, because this had been scraped all over the ground and stuff. She's like, there's no way I'm putting that in my mouth.
Okay.
So we had the second toothbrush for her to do those close-ups of her,
Yeah.
like brushing her mouth with it. But yeah, so that's the first prop that I've made and it was used in the movie, so that's why it's my
That's like a
favorite.
little jail thing that I heard
Right.
that they do with shanks,
that's
right?
that's why I was offended. That, like, everybody turned to me like, you know how to make a prison shake, don't you? Like, oh.
Yeah, haven't you been in prison? Come on, James. No. Well, a little bit of
Oddly, I do.
right information that you only get here at Stone's Eclectic Realm from James.
Yeah,
You know,
Ernesto.
right? I mean, how cool is that, Ernesto? Oh, you wanna?
Well, and this is the hammer where they beat Jade's father.
Oh,
Yeah. So.
he was so funny. So that's rubber too.
This is foam. Yeah.
Foam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Painted foam, but very light, as you can see.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah.
wow.
Magic.
And the same guy did this.
Brad Zonka did this one up.
Good
did
job,
that.
Brad.
Shotgun and the knives. And
That's awesome. Great job. I have a couple commissions for you. Very cool. Thank you, Ernesto.
You're very welcome.
All right. Yep. While he's brushing his teeth, we're going to let you guys get back into the movie. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back, everyone. This is the movie that you are seeing, which I'm sure that you've seen it already on as you're watching it. It's just a game. James assigned it for me already, but Ernesto still has to.
he's slow.
After. Ernesto wasn't there when James gave it to me, but he offered to sign it for me after, and the girls, so thank you. So yeah, look at that. It's just a game. We hope you guys are enjoying the movie with the urban legends in this. How awesome is this? I didn't even know. Are these real urban legends?
So.
I didn't even look up.
So,
I was going to ask you.
yeah. So here's the thing. There's a thing called creepypasta.
Creepypasta?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now it's urban legends. That's what it means. It's, it's just scary stories. But creepypasta is the term that came up in the internet age. So creepypasta would be things like Slender Man.
Okay.
So that type of stuff. So these are creepypastas. So I didn't know anything about this. Daniel taught me all about this stuff.
Okay.
No, none of these exist outside of It's Just a Game.
Okay, so these are your guys' made-up urban legends.
Yeah.
Cool.
But now I didn't know that either. So
Okay.
when we did a Kickstarter for the initial Blu-ray run before we got distribution with Wild Eye and whatnot. So in that I surprised Daniel with a comic book for It's Just a Game that we did, that we gave out at the premiere and stuff. So the comic takes place in the very beginning of the movie when they sit down at the slumber party and they're telling these creepypastas. So I gave the writer, Raphael Neves, he read the script and everything, and I gave him that, okay, so now you're going to take each of these, Mother Murder, Skullgirl, and Joe the Killer, and expand
Right.
what these stories actually are. Give
Right.
the background.
The Joe the Killer thing I was going to ask you, I'm like, I never heard of a
Right,
Joe
so-
the Killer.
So I knew, obviously, Mother Murder and Skullgirl were for the movie.
Okay.
I assumed Joe the Killer, I assumed Daniel just had a brain fart, and,
Yeah.
and that was the best he could come up with for a reference.
It worked.
Joe the Killer.
It worked.
And so when this is all done, and again I state, because Daniel knew nothing about the comic, I was surprising him with this. When I show him, when it's all done and everything, he tells me that Joe the Killer is actually a real creepypasta. But Raphael came up with his own story line for Joe the Killer. So our Joe the Killer in the comic and in the movie is made up for the movie, but there is an actual Joe the Killer creepypasta.
Oh, there really is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Didn't know.
Neither did I.
So great. I'm glad I asked.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I got my answers, and so did you guys. Sorry, hold on one second. Sadie, upstairs. My mom's doggy. Yeah. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So there you go. Since trilogy kick here. Like I said, I am on trilogy kick. So of urban legends.
Yeah.
You guys could do a bunch of urban legend ones.
Expand
Get us
into
funding, we'll
Joe
do
the Killer.
anything.
Come up with different things to think of, or even do urban legends.
Yeah.
There we go. Or not. I don't know. Just storm thinking, storming, but don't work sometimes.
Maybe we could have Storm be a killer in one of our movies.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Storm likes to kind of play the bad guy sometimes.
Yeah, well, it doesn't.
Right? It's so fun. Yes. Do you guys have any kids?
I have one son.
Okay.
He's just turned 11.
Okay.
I have birds.
Okay. Birds. They're still your kids. Does he watch them?
He watches horror movies with me. Oh yeah,
Yeah?
he grew up. His whole life has been surrounded by Kane Hodder, Robert Englund.
Nice.
So yeah, it's like no big deal for him.
Kane Hodder, I got to meet him recently. Me and all the girls did. Man, he is such an intelligent man.
Yeah,
He's
Kane's
so
great.
sweet, so nice, and I try not to be too much like, oh my god, but man, I didn't know exactly what to say to him, He was just very on it right away, and just so intelligent. I was just like, I almost didn't, hi Kane. Yeah. So, yeah, that's so cool, that you have your son starting so young as
yeah.
well. So hopefully he follows in it, because horror's never going to go away. We both know that. So you filmed this in Alabama,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So are you guys from Alabama?
No. Daniel is.
Daniel,
The
the director
writer?
and the writer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So he's from there, and so that's why you guys chose to just kind of go to Alabama?
Well, and most of the crew were from there too, so
Oh.
it's just budgetary.
Plus, yeah,
thing,
budgets.
right?
The main house was
Yeah,
loaned
all the
to us.
locations we were able to get down there. You
Right. So
could do so much
money
down
saved.
there
Yeah.
versus here. And amazing thing about Alabama, which I'm surprised a lot of filmmakers haven't discovered, is you can drive in every direction from Birmingham,
Mhm.
and you can recreate almost any place in the United States.
Really?
Well, you've got the beaches and the surf. You've got the Midwest forests outside of a desert. You can.
I've
you
never
pretty much
been.
recreate. So,
I like where I just went
You've got
was a long time.
mountains. You've got just general, like
City buildings.
yeah, cities, suburbs, everything. It just looks generic, Midwest, East Coast.
Combined.
Yeah,
Everything
yeah.
combined
you just
in
drive
one?
a little bit, and you'll be able to shoot whatever location you want.
Oh. Well, the convenience, I mean, that's a huge thing, is
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
convenience, and, obviously, like we said, saving money nowadays
Oh, yeah.
especially.
Yeah.
I mean, my entire hotel stay during the shoot of iJack was like a weekend in a hotel in Chicago.
Right. Yeah, you
What
were,
was it? A 12
12
13
days.
day shoot?
12 day shoot.
what, iJack?
It's
Did you
just a
say?
game.
Oh, that's what you call it? I was wondering what you said before. I wasn't sure if I heard you right, but,
Shorthand.
Yeah.
It's iJack.
producer
It's just a
talk,
game.
I also seen you were in The Hospital too.
Yeah.
Common Senses, it's just a game. Farewell, Darkness, and Repulse.
Well, Repulse we never got to make.
Is that why I couldn't find the picture
yeah.
on that? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. So Repulse was the movie Daniel and I were making after It's Just a Game, but the pandemic hit and everything shut down. So,
For everybody,
Yeah.
yes.
so that kind of got shelved. We had everything in line, and then pandemic hit and it all went away. So
Okay.
Well, the pandemic closed some doors, but
Yeah.
opened others.
Yeah, we've got another
Right.
movie that's shooting in April. So
Yes, you kind of said a little bit to me in message that you
Yeah.
got something coming up.
Foxglove Candy.
What's it called?
It's called Foxglove Candy.
And you both producing this one
Yeah.
too?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. What can we ask what it's about? No. Well, no, we're not done with these
Too
questions
early.
yet. Okay, too early, so we'll continue with that one another time. So another thing I was going to ask too was, what was the craziest or weirdest thing that happened on set? Now, not funniest, because I'm going to ask you that after. So I have to clarify that. But any paranormal activity,
No.
anything just kind of strange happen, or
No, I mean there were just normal difficulties, almost everything shot in the theater, the cult theater scenes. It was raining horribly, and
Oh.
that theater had a steel roof, so every scene in that, all you heard was.
oh,
So the sound work is amazing. That none of that comes through.
yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah.
Hear that at all.
We did a lot with with making sure sound was great. Bamberg did amazing with recording that stuff, and Fessel, who did our sound mixing at the
Okay.
end. And I know this doesn't answer your question, but when you watch It's Just a Game now, he added these crazy sounds for Skullgirl. She
I
makes these noises. And
was
things.
gonna ask you if that's her growling
Yeah,
the whole
yeah.
time.
Yeah, like Velociraptor almost.
Yeah, I'm like that can't. No way.
And it's just something he did, and it was just
Oh.
amazing. Like, holy crap!
Like a voiceover, like
Yeah.
himself. Did he do it
I couldn't
and add it?
tell you right now. I know on the Blu-ray there's it shows the Q&A from the premiere, and I bring this up, and I think he describes it all.
Yes, which they
Yeah.
gave us. Woohoo! Right there.
Yeah. So yeah, Matthew Fessel gets into how he did all that, and I can't remember offhand what it was.
Okay.
Yeah, amazing stuff. So,
Creative guy, for
yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes the movies. Is
Yeah.
everybody together and the creativity
Oh,
from
yeah.
everyone, right?
Everyone pitched in.
Yes.
Everyone wore different hats, and kind of no task was above or beneath anyone.
I did
Perfect. That's
a lot of
how we
stupid
run
stuff,
everything
yeah.
too, because that's the way to run it,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and that's makes everybody happy too.
hmm
As far as funny,
Yeah, funny. So
No.
funny.
I'm pretty sure almost everybody in the cast will have a different answer for this.
Yeah.
But what I felt was funny, there was a period of almost like a full. There was some random stuff again, like we were shooting in the theater, and this was a theater being used. Like the sets and stuff that you see in It's Just a Game are from the wrap of the last production that happened.
Oh.
You know, so
Wow,
that's,
really?
That's why there's like stuff in there that makes no sense.
Okay.
But that's because it's a used theater, and we wanted that essence.
Right, the
you
ambiance
know.
of it. Right.
Yeah. So I found a box of puppets,
Ooh, nice.
and I annoyed everybody by only talking to them through the puppet for
That makes
the
so fun.
entire day. It was a little chef, you know, and it just and,
Your puppets, were they from another movie?
No, I mean it was just random at this theater.
Oh, they were
Just-
at the
yeah,
theater. Okay.
So I just
You gotta be funny.
Yeah,
You gotta be
that's-
funny. Make everybody have fun.
Oh, I annoyed a lot of people with that because I wouldn't address them. I like
Was he that way with you too, Ernesto?
well,
James
I'm
is,
like that.
He's
all
like
the
that
time.
24/7.
Yeah, he seems like a goofball. such a goofball.
I mean, we're involved in so many projects together. So if it wasn't, It's Just a Game. It's our bakery in Arizona, Spooky Swirls.
You guys have a bakery
We
too?
do.
Yeah.
I just found this out now. Yeah, nice.
It's gluten-free
Okay.
bakery, horror themed.
We have.
Wow.
I mean, it's like
Museum
a little Planet
of
Hollywood
props there.
bakery.
Really?
Chef Lola, who's our partner, was just on a.
The Halloween Baking Championship and
She
Food
was a
Network.
contestant on the Food Network, and
How far did she make it?
Yeah.
Just to get there, though, out of all the people that want to,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
Just to even
absolutely.
be there no matter what. Even if you're the first one off, it don't matter to get there in front of all these other people and experience and create.
Mhm.
Oh, that's
So, yeah,
fabulous.
she's on season 8 of the show, and it's Chef Lola,
Yep.
and she came up with some really killer stuff.
And
Nice.
Chef Chris is part of the prop collecting too, our other partner.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
it all
and
ties
don't-
in, man.
Don't
It all
worry,
ties
I will
together.
get you all this information. I will make sure I either put it right here or I will post it all, whatnot, so you get all their information and you get everything in the movies, you get, their bakery, the music, just everything that they both have created. I mean, they're both amazing creators that are just, I just keep getting more and more amazed and astonished by the different things that, you guys, it's amazing that you guys get to have such a great career, and you guys seem to love what you guys both do. So then just to keep going further and further and further in this, not just one thing as far as like acting or producing or, music, whatever it may be. You guys are all over the place with so many cool things.
I keep
I
all
love
the pots burning, man.
You do, right? Otherwise life is just too slow and it's like, yep, keep it going. Wow, amazing. So, all right, funniest thing, but everybody would have a different thing to say. Do you?
So, not something necessarily that happened during the filming, but there's a scene, and gosh, again, I forget the actor's name, but when he's in bed with the girl and they hear the noise and he takes his shirt off.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with Marco and
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
well-
yeah. It's
Oh, the other one, the boy.
yeah.
Okay, got.
He does a little
Steve.
gesture
Yeah.
with his hand, and people to this day keep asking me what that was. And it's
Oh.
a John Cena reference, like, you
Yeah.
can't see me, you can't...
Yeah.
Okay.
Dan kept it in, and, so it's kind of like an inside gag, and people still question... It seems like out of place
Mm-hmm.
in that scene, but it's, it's a funny moment, I guess.
Yeah. There were a few moments I thought were pretty funny. I kind of jotted down a couple things, like,
He
I don't know,
rips
the
his shirt
dad.
off and goes. Yeah.
Yeah, I just thought that was just part of what he was supposed to do.
Yeah. But Daniel's a big wrestling fan. And in fact, Rachel Marshall played Skullgirl.
Mm-hmm.
She based a lot of her movements, and I can't think of the wrestler, but it's a Japanese wrestler, female Japanese wrestler. She
Okay.
studied how she was in the ring, and
My knowledge of wrestling
You know
stopped
what?
in 90.
That kind of leads into another question I was going to ask you guys. Now, like I'm Storm. I came up with Storm Winter, and all of us did, all of you guys. Do you guys have anything specific you think of or anything you do before you start creating your character for whatever movie, whatever role it is that you're in? Do you have a certain thing you do?
no.
Okay. Fair enough.
Simple answer. I'm not an actor. I'm not a if you cast me in something, you're casting me.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get something based out of me.
You're going to get somebody that's a bad, I can't say it that word, bad rocking guy, I'll say again.
I mean, obviously, I'm not a sadistic cult member, but I've seen enough movies to get the gist. I mean, when like the scene with the shotgun where I'm licking the shotgun. I mean, I don't know, how do you get into that? All I had was the camera pointed at me, and they're like, James, just do things. And so I just did all kinds of and said all kinds of horrible things, that were directed to this girl that was duct tape bound and stuff. But like she wasn't actually in the picture, so it's just me and the camera. Just and the one that they kept was
Well, that was cool that it actually went with it. Did you feel weird doing it, or were you just kind of like, oh, okay, well, here I go?
I mean, like right now, I felt weird doing it. But
Don't though. It went great. It went great with the movie.
Right. I mean, because it fits.
But it's not like you
stuff,
take
but
it and
yeah.
just I get
Well, I did some things.
I
with
think
it.
you lose yourself in
We
I
don't
lose
want to
myself
know.
in the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm obviously working on set too. So, but yeah, I mean, like memorizing lines, all that stuff. It's not my forte. So
Ours either. That's why we
Yeah.
improv everything, because we can
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
it's just easier, I think.
So a scene like that was much easier for me than some of the other scenes because I just made up whatever I was doing.
Right.
You know.
I have a tremendous amount of respect for actors because in college I did a commercial and I think I literally had 10 seconds of dialogue
Okay.
and I don't know how much film I used up from the set, but it was a good hour of take after take after take, and I kept flubbing the lines, but I finally got it right.
Yeah.
And I said, acting isn't for me. I like being behind the camera
Okay.
after that. But I did get the bug to be involved in film or TV or, that was the
Okay.
moment.
That does add to another question I almost forgot about, which is huge. Did you guys go to college? Did you guys get degrees in filming or acting or anything like that, or you just went
No,
straight to it?
I did radio. I got my BA in radio broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
And I went back, got a master's in education.
So I double majored in English and Spanish literature, and then I went to law school.
Oh, wow.
afterwards, so.
Wow, and you continued with your law schooling and you got your degree?
I practiced for a couple of years and then got into opening businesses and,
Wow. Man, I'm so happy for you guys, and what great company, for each other and, all the other people you guys have in life too. But you guys seem like you're just a pair to be like out there just rocking it and having so much fun.
Oh yeah, when we first met each other, we spoke for several hours and, just never stopped.
Then he took the duct tape off my wrist.
And then he put it on your mouth. No.
Yeah, no, it was an instant connection. Became friends, and it just we keep experiencing cool things together. And
Good.
if I have something in mind, he's the first person I think of, and
Oh.
I'm usually like the fourth or fifth person he thinks of when he has something.
Not true, but.
No,
Or,
but
well, I don't know. He's like,
we're always getting into crazy
Shenanigans,
stuff
yeah.
together.
yeah. Oh, I love shenanigans. We love adventures and shenanigans. Oh, yeah. So awesome. That is so very exciting. What else you guys, okay, probably like an obvious question so many people ask, but I have to. 5 years down the line, where do you see yourselves?
That's too far.
All right, a year down the line, where do you
Well,
see yourself?
5 years down the
Let's
line.
do 2 years.
Hopefully we can franchise Spooky Swirls. That's a big one. That's such a perfect fit for us and for Lola and her wife Chris, who are the bakers. But it's the concept is just incredible. We fly in celebrities 4 times a year, and then we'll do pastries based on props
That are on display.
from and the celebrities that show up. And
Wow, so you guys really do the extreme pastries. Like, I mean, I've seen it on TV. I've seen it,
yeah.
like that. What was that? Buddy something who was on TV. He was like one of the first bakers that were on TV with his shop and everything. Buddy something. Okay,
Got me.
but you guys do the extreme stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
cakes and
Chris-
anything.
Chris did a cake of a chest burster.
Ooh,
Alien coming out of the
oh,
cake.
nice.
And she has a chest burster from, I think it's Alien vs. Predator it's from. So she had it right there, and she made the chest burster head out of Rice Krispie treats.
Oh, wow.
And then did a fondant over it and sculpted it and painted it. And it's just ripping its way out of the cake.
what they do, man. You guys do that stuff too?
Oh,
Do you
God,
guys
no.
make any of it and create it?
We eat it. We don't make
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's the best. I can do some good stuff with cakes too, but not like them.
I
But
was there once
Oh,
trying
that's
to help them
hurts.
just wash the dishes, and they threw me out.
One thing we are
Washing
doing,
the dishes wrong.
currently James and I are launching gluten-free flour mix and waffle
Yeah.
mix and flour mix under
Oh,
the
really?
Sweetest Rolls flag.
Lola's
There you go.
recipes,
We'll have to send you some
Absolutely.
samples.
Absolutely, and
They're
then
on
I'll show
Amazon.
you guys,
Yeah.
and then we'll all have to order some more. Yeah, most definitely. Wow, that is so great. Especially, with that you can get in stores. That's something where,
Absolutely.
money's always gonna, and
It's on Amazon right now.
is it really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna have all of this information. But I'm like, what? Okay, wait, I can't even tell you it all yet because it's so much, and I'm so happy for you guys. So I
You thought
seriously
you
am.
found out so much online. Right?
I so thought I found everything out online, about them, but nope, I did not. That is so fabulous. So are you going to be are you going to be coming to events with James too?
I do. I try to go to as many as possible.
The Zirkles ones, do you go to at all? Those
I
are the ones
haven't
I
been
go
to
to
it.
for sure.
Oh wait, did we do an iJig? It's just
Yes.
a game one there with
Yes.
Raph. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was there a few years ago with James, and
Yeah.
Okay.
the most recent one we did together was at the Stanley Hotel,
Yeah.
Ooh,
which was
Yeah, that was in
very, very
that's a place
exciting.
definitely want to go. Did you see any paranormal, feel anything, see?
Funny you should say that.
All right, before we get back to start this one, I'm going to get you guys back into the show, and we'll see you shortly. Welcome back to Storm's Eclectic Realm. Hope you guys all enjoyed this movie. I sure did. I thought it was amazing. I love urban legends, and with now knowing that they're not real urban legends, I can do it.
You're gonna summon Mother Murder?
Yeah, I'll do it. Let's see if she's scared of me. So, yeah, and I also found out these guys are also authors. I don't know what you guys are not. That's awesome. So, yeah, so you guys are authors, and
Yeah. So, HSPPA.
hold on one second. Sorry, guys. I love his shoes. Do you see Ernesto's shoes? Those are so awesome. I want some.
Yeah. You don't want to step on it barefoot. I've done that a few times.
Oh, yeah, that wouldn't be fun. I'm sorry, go ahead. I had to.
So, HSPPA, being a nonprofit, we decided that people are more willing to, buy a book or an item in an effort to donate money versus just donating money. So we came up with the idea to do these books that are like bringing the HSPPA exhibit to your home. So they're high-def images of the props along with stories about them.
Okay.
And it's from myself and the other curators talking about the props, not just like, oh, this was used in this, blah, blah, blah. It's what they mean to us, things like that. And we got some involvement from creators, from the FX creators, like Robert Kurtzman, talked about some of the stuff. Paul Taylor, who played Pinhead in Hellraiser Judgment, talks about his costume that I have and how
Oh, you even have one of those?
yeah.
Wow.
and how we redressed him at a convention in it.
In his actual
Yeah,
costume. Yeah.
and
You
being
guys
able to
did
wear
it?
again,
You-
yeah.
Oh, wow.
And there's photos of us dressing him and everything in there. So there's 3 volumes of that, and I know those are on Amazon as well. As we're fairly sold out of them at exhibits. And I am currently not writing, I've written it, but it's coming out in 2023.
Okay.
A book about Lobo, DC comic character.
Oh, really?
Full compendium, kind of the same encyclopedia type thing, explaining 40 years of the character.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
do things.
So
Nice.
I haven't, I've written a few segments in the books James just mentioned, but I produced a PSA when the pandemic first hit, with Heather Langenkamp and Lisa Wilcox from the Nightmare on Elm Street series.
Mm-hmm.
I helped write the lyrics to
Song. Yeah.
the Nightmare on Elm Street song. We changed it to fit into the pandemic. And you can see it on YouTube at Stop the Nightmare 2020. We had probably a dozen actors from the franchise involved. Couldn't get Robert because he had just done a PSA that came out like a week before we did ours. But it's a pretty fun PSA, and the two girls are singing in it. And
Nice.
yeah.
Fun. So it's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
All right, so I'll get that site as well, which I'm gonna watch after you guys leave. Well, after we're done, I'm gonna watch that tonight. Yeah. Wow.
So back in May, we went to the Stanley Hotel
Yeah.
for an author, small author convention called Spirited Giving,
Okay.
and that was for the HSPPA books. And so you were asking about the haunted.
Yes.
So,
Always want to know about the hauntedness.
So Ernie's big into that over me, and
Okay.
so while we were there,
Good. We're gonna have to talk.
a friend that I knew from Stanley, she comes up to me at the convention and is like, one of the haunted rooms has become available. They've been renovating and stuff, so they had just finished the room. And they're like, it's available. Do you guys want it for the night? And
Did you say, oh, yeah?
I could have cared less, but I knew Ernie.
It was a bucket list thing
Yeah.
for me to stay
So I'm like, yes.
in a haunted room at the Stanley.
Nice.
Let's take it. So they upgraded. So this is on the 4th floor, and it's one of the haunted rooms.
Haunted by children.
By kids, yeah.
Really?
Kid ghosts.
See, now, yeah, that's a little creepy when it's the kids, even though I like creepy kids, but it's sad, too.
All the ghosts at the Stanley are friendly, by the
Yeah.
way.
Good.
There aren't any
Malicious?
malicious.
ones,
Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, so we get in the room, and so none of this happened to me, but it all happened to Ernie. And I didn't witness any of it. I was in the room. First thing that happened was my luggage fell over.
A heavy
With
suitcase.
my back turned.
Heavy
Okay.
My back
suitcase.
turned.
He leaned it against the closet door, and I saw the door push open and knock over the suitcase.
Ah.
And, I'm sure it may be explainable, maybe not.
Or maybe it was the
Yeah.
kids just being a little
Yeah.
mysterious, saying, hey, I'm here. What are you guys doing?
And then the toilet stopped working. Well, it kept running.
Right.
Like it was just, when
Constantly
water
flushed,
just
kind of?
No, just water kept
Okay.
running in
And this was
a brand
They-
new restored room.
we found out from the owner of the Stanley Hotel the next day that we were the first occupants of this room since it got renovated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So everything in there was brand new. The toilet, just kept running, and then he actually shut it off.
Yeah, turn off the main.
Turned off the main, and we continued hearing the running noise from it.
Wow. Were you just hearing a noise, or was it still running even after
Well-
just, shutting it off?
I don't.
Because there's a difference. You guys don't.
It is, and I can't honestly answer that because
Okay.
we drank a lot that night. And
No.
so I kept waking up, like, you sort of wake up as you're sleeping, and
Yeah.
when you do, all of a sudden you hear it, so I get up and I turn it back off. So I don't know, maybe I wasn't actually turning it off, I don't know.
Because
Half asleep or more and still drunk, and
partially
There was
dreaming
a
that you were, maybe?
non-stop tapping
there was
noise
the tapping
at the window.
that
Really?
Which
And then the most fun
Stanley
was
Hotel.
Ernie in the shower.
All right.
hey, can we explain
All right,
this?
come on, yeah, let's hear.
I hear a yelp
Uh-oh.
when he's in the shower, and so now the Stanley's a very old hotel. I forget the actual age, but it's over 100 years.
Yeah, it's over 100.
Yeah.
These rooms are not large. The
People
We
were
were
much
in-
smaller back then.
We were in the largest bed, which maybe was a little larger than a double, not quite a queen.
Right.
Like
in
a
between.
full?
Like a full, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's shorter then?
Well, shorter, but it's not as wide.
Less
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
These are small rooms, you know.
Okay.
So
On
the
my
shower,
bucket list too.
the shower is not very big.
Okay.
Like it's turning around, not hitting a wall.
It's a stand-up
Okay.
shower.
Yeah.
So I was shampooing my hair, had my eyes closed, water was on, warm. All of a sudden, it turns ice cold, and
that's where the shriek came from.
yeah. So the handle had turned. It was one of those if it's upright, it's hot, and if it's down, it's cold.
Yep.
It was turned to the lower position, and I hadn't touched it. I would know if my elbow.
Right.
Yeah.
You would have felt it.
And they weren't loose.
And
They
I
were,
tested to see if it was loose or no. It was solid. It was secured properly, and
Why are there kids in the shower with them? I don't know.
They're trying to shock them, I guess, which they apparently did, huh?
yeah, I did not sleep well that night.
No? So
I did.
Do you guys... yeah, you were good.
Yeah.
Do you guys do paranormal? I mean, do you guys know a lot about the paranormal?
I wouldn't say. I mean, that was a bucket list thing for me. But
Okay.
I've taken a few tours in Chicago, and we befriended one of the head ghost tour guides.
At the Stanley, yeah.
Elizabeth, who was phenomenal, and she gave us a lot of insight and stuff that isn't told.
She's seen
Okay.
the ghosts there a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, to have a job, I'd love to have a job there. I'd
It's
love
amazing.
that. I love the paranormal, and I have certain things, so like the paranormal, and I have equipment for everybody too. So that's something that we're going to be starting to do soon too.
I'm headed back there this week.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay, throw me in your suitcase, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
HSPPA is doing Bruce Fest 2022.
Bruce
Okay.
Campbell.
Yeah. So we're.
What is that?
It's Bruce. It's a weekend just with Bruce Campbell.
Okay.
Ted Raimi is going to be there as well this time. And yeah, they show his movies and stuff, but it's not just like his movies. He sits there on stage and pauses and talks about the movie that he's playing. And there's, I'm not sure exactly what's happening at this one, but last year's Bruce Fest, there was a mystery dinner theater that he narrated and took part in. So there was a cocktail hour.
It's an experience with Bruce
drinks.
Campbell.
Yeah, it's a weekend with Bruce
yeah.
Campbell.
Okay.
So we take over the music room there, which is another haunted room. Stanley's original owner, Mrs. Stanley.
Which, by the way, I was.
Plays the piano.
You're not allowed to touch the piano, but we befriended the owner, and he let me play the piano, which was cool.
And a mistake.
Is that why maybe he turned the water down the cold?
Maybe the kids didn't like my piano playing.
So we have
Wow.
a display there of that, and the special with this one is we're getting actually Sam Raimi's original Army of Darkness props from his collection on display at this. So we'll have Ash's Hero Chainsaw, the Necronomicon shotgun. his
You're going to have the
outfits,
real one?
the real stuff.
Really?
Well, everything
we
do
just
is real.
seen it
Yeah.
on a website. My mom wants to get it. And I'm like, but Mom, it's not, the real thing.
Yeah, well, really, yeah.
Yeah. That's a little more. Wow, I'd love to, I'd love to take time to be able to come by you guys and even just take, if you guys would ever have time, and let us, me and the girls, come to just show us around, show us all the stuff that you guys have. That would be amazing. So fun. We're so into all of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow. So now when you guys go back to the Stanley, you're going to tell me what all happened? Okay. All right, so we'll probably finish it just in case it's almost out. I got to probably get another SD card. No! Yeah, fun stuff, right? Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Ernesto. Thank you, James, for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Oh my gosh, it's been my pleasure. I mean,
Love your
an
place.
honor. Thank you. Thank you for coming to the castle. And finding
Not every
it.
day we get to come to a castle.
Right, and you got around the moat in one piece
The question
too.
is, can
So,
we get back?
well, I'll fly you over there, okay? All right. So yes, thank you for watching a movie, everybody. Thank you for listening to everything with them. Oh, this is going to be so great, and I can't wait to talk to you all more in person about all this and the experience that I've had. So thank you for watching. Stay eclectic. After I say this, I say happy nightmares. Stay eclectic. Happy nightmares.
It's 3 a.m. The strange surroundings insomnia kicks in. A drink on the stand, a fall in my head, an ashtray half full still lights my bed. My dreams have been answered, but to what degree? A reality that isn't quite what it seems. I can think back to who I was before, and now my whiskey glass is looking for more. It's looking for more. As a stranger walks by, I can see him looking. He mumbles under his breath, it's happening again. My dreams have been answered, but to what degree? A reality that isn't quite what it seems. I can think back to who I was before, and now my whiskey glass is looking for more. It's looking for more. Been answered, but to what degree? A reality that isn't quite what it seems. I can think back to who I was before, and now my whiskey glass is looking for more. I'm just a stranger in a strange land. I thought I knew myself like the back of my hand. I'm just a stranger in a strange land. Myself like the back of my hand. We'll leave tomorrow, destination unknown. Behind the wheel on the road I have grown. My dreams have been answered, but to what degree? A reality that isn't quite what it seems. I can think back to who I was before, and now my whiskey glass is looking for more. It's looking for more. It's looking for more. Flying down the interstate,
shit over.